Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. You're watching Closetista. I'm Laura Wasson here with Cynthia Catera of FancySexyMe. Very happy to have you here. Thanks
Likewise, good to be here.
And before we get started, if you have questions for Cynthia, please feel free to tweet us at Closetista TV. I have my computer handily off screen. I'll be checking throughout the broadcast. And don't forget, free shipping on any order over $100. It's awesome. Who doesn't love free shipping? It's like the best thing. I love free shipping. So the first thing we're going to talk about is this really, really beautiful Pharaoh's Eagle ring. I love the name. It's $60. It's really gorgeous, shiny brass, and it comes in just regular hole sizes, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tell us about this, because I have to say the details on this ring, which is small, are just kind of phenomenal, how much detail you've been able to pack into this tiny little package.
Yeah, for the Pharaoh's Eagle, we kind of wanted to do, it's really great when it sits on the finger. We were really inspired by a lot of animals recently. We did a lot of, a little mini animal capsule collection.
Oh, nice.
This one is one of our favorites. It's the Pharaoh's Eagle, so it sits nicely on top of your finger, all handcrafted. It kind of, it gives, our inspiration was, just the impact of a pharaoh and, having the eagle watch over you. It's awesome how it perches on your hand.
It really does. It almost looks like it's cawing.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, it's a really, really great piece.
It's super great, and it's a statement piece that's not humongous.
Yeah.
Or you think of a statement piece and you think, this is a huge piece. This is a great way to make a statement without being like having a whole hand full of bangles and baubles.
Yeah, it's a little more subtle, and it looks, a lot of people like to wear it actually on their pinky.
Oh, that's nice. I love
finger,
pinky rings. It's
just
so pretty.
As a slight little subtle detail.
Right.
But of course we can do any size for any finger on your hand.
Which is great, so you can accommodate wherever you want to put it.
You can have all 5 on every finger.
The next thing I want to talk about, of course, is the 3-finger ring. This is something, you make so many different kinds of 3-finger rings, and we're featuring this really pretty, simple, sterling silver 3-finger ring. And the sizing on this is interesting. So can you tell us how the sizing works? Because it is whole and half sizes included.
Right. Absolutely. If you take a look at the ring, you can actually see one of our secrets, which I'm going to tell you. So keep it to yourself. The way we actually size this ring, it gradates in sizes, so when you actually wear it, it fits to your fingers perfectly, and it conforms to the sizes of your fingers. So for example, like if you look at your fingers, this one might be like a 7, this is a 6.5, and then this is a 6. So it grades down like that. It's very, very comfortable to wear. And this was inspired by, our brass knuckles.
Yes.
And you see it all around. You can wear it either on, I like to wear mine on my last 3 fingers. You can also wear it here, which is great. It's a really clean, classic, elegant shape. And it looks really great if you want to stack it up, a couple of them, to give a little more impactful. If I'm into the more is more look, so if you want something like a little edgier, the single one is really sleek and elegant. And very classic, modern shape. And we also left the 2 fingers here open to make it a little bit more comfortable when you wear it. And then you can also add movement, and you can do activities. I wear mine and I make jewelry. Like, I'm so used to wearing mine now. So, and I'll stack it up. I'll put like a gold and a silver, or like a gunmetal and a rose. Like, I like to mix the metals. Especially like silver and gold.
Of course,
like I'm wearing
lots of silver and gold.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the most impressive things about this piece, is that it is truly comfortable, and you don't really think of these kind of big 3-finger rings as being comfortable. You think of them as being kind of a hindrance to your movement, but you just slip it on, and you can move around, which is kind of great. The next piece we have to talk about, kind of riffing on this, of course, the brass knuckle pendant, which is so great. It's $60. The brass knuckles themselves are, of course, brass, which only makes sense. And then it's attached to this lovely long black ball chain, and you can adjust it as you like. You have all these really great kind of street tough punk motifs in your work.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How did that come about?
We like we always say that Fancy Sexy Me is luxury with an attitude. We want to do really high and like really nice, well-made pieces, but like give a little attitude, because a lot of times when you see jewelry, it's a little soft and subtle, it's girly, but I mean,
very feminine. Ours
is definitely girly too, but it's just like, it's that girl with like a little bit of punch, a little bit of sass, like,
right.
You know, she definitely wants to be noticed. But yeah, the brass neck pendant is really awesome. It kind of ties in like with our knuckle duster rings. Because it's illegal to make brass knuckles, so you know.
It is?
It actually is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Aww.
I actually bought a pair in when I was in Paris for
cool.
Ronnie, who's also part of Fancy Sexy Me. I bought a pair for him, and I was so nervous in customs that I was going to get like taken aside. So, but I'm here today.
You're here, so clearly it went okay.
But so for ours, there's a lot of different versions. A lot of times they have spikes on top. We wanted to do a clean, softer, again, a little bit more elegant but edgy piece, and then we wanted to pop it with a black chain.
Right.
Which looks great. I love black and gold. It's so hot. It's so trendy. I have gold shoes on right now.
And they're great. They're fabulous.
I can't get
so
enough
cute.
of gold.
They go really well with all the jewelry.
It does, yeah. It kind of goes back. And again, don't be afraid to mix and match. It makes it a little bit more interesting. We have a couple more pieces coming up that have that contrast. Just, I don't know. You can see like the depth and dimension of the pieces. So.
Yeah, no, I think, and you capture that in your work really well, just different kinds of metals, different kinds of chains, slightly different textures, and it never feels that it isn't harmonious. It just kind of flows together and creates a really unique and really cool texturized piece, which I think is really great.
Thanks.
Tell us about the name Fancy Sexy Me. Obviously, it's such a fun name.
Right? It's
gotta know where it came from.
Talk about her. So Fancy Sexy Me started with Ronnie. Ronnie's favorite movie is Closer, and there's a part in the movie where I believe it's Natalie Portman like breaks down, and she's like, "Do you still fancy me? Do you still think I'm sexy?" And so like the twist of words, and that's it kind of just evolved with that. So yeah, I mean, our stuff definitely is fancy, it's definitely sexy, and it's also edgy. I mean, but you can only have so many adjectives, I guess, in your name. So we stuck with the fancy sexy, you can say, and edgy. But yeah, it comes from the movie Closer. Yeah.
So funny. I would have never guessed that.
I know, it's very random.
It is kind of random, but I like that. I think, you never know where you're going to find your inspiration.
Yeah.
I think that's so true for designers. It's always really interesting to hear where they come up with things, because sometimes it's totally random, much like the movie Closer.
I know.
Blip in Clive Owen's career. Tell us how you got started designing and how you got into the field.
Well, Fancy Sexy Me started about 2.5 years ago. Ronnie and I were both kind of doing different careers, and we just wanted to join forces. It was actually during the first, one of the first economic crashes.
One of the many.
I guess one of the first. And we just, I don't know, we kind of wanted more from life. Like, we both went to design school, and we both, loved creating things with our hands. Ronnie went to FIT for jewelry design. I actually went to school for fashion design. So with his expertise in jewelry, he actually studied under a master jeweler, so he has those fine-tuned skills. And then my knowledge with fashion design and draping, I'm also doing a lot of body jewelry and stuff like that.
Right.
I love just draping with chains. We just brought our forces together, and that's kind of how it came. And we both have, it's interesting, both of our styles are very different. But when we collaborate, I don't know, it makes us such amazing mesh, and the final product, it's just, I don't know, it's something uncomparable and in the industry and what's out there and what you see out there. It's, I don't know, it's very unique. And so, we keep challenging ourselves to like bring it further and further.
No, I think you're doing a very good job.
Thank you.
Definitely. And I think you do kind of see the different layers of the design process. And the last piece we're going to talk about is the really cool bulb ring, which I love. It's this really beautiful white bronze and gunmetal plating, and it's only $60. It's so pretty. I think it almost kind of looks like a little octopus or
it kind of does a lot. Yeah,
it's
a lot of
sci-fi
feedback we get from that. Yeah, and it's done in our special oxidized gunmetal finish, which
so
took us
beautiful.
a lot of time to perfect, but we finally got it. It's this amazing gray, deep metal color, and yeah, this one's a little bit more like vintage inspired. A lot of my pieces are inspired by that, and some of the pieces that we do have on Closetista were actually, like the chevron piece, it was actually a buckle I found part of in my grandfather's thing. He used to be it was in a cigar box. It was in like
cool.
a collection of his things. He used to be a furrier, and he did alterations for a famous opera singer in New York back in the day. He passed when I was younger, but he kept everything in cigar boxes. So like one box had like faux horn buttons, another box had like metal buttons. I opened another box and it had a bunch of these metal pieces, which I think were either shoe buckles or belt buckles. So we wanted to bring that in and recreate it with the chains and with the jewelry because it's such special pieces.
Cool.
This is the chevron piece. So this was one of the pieces that we recreated.
And you can see all the different colors that are harmonious together. There's two different shades of gold in here, but it doesn't look off at all.
And then you can also, you don't have to, it's kind of like no-brainers, like when you don't have to say, oh, okay, am I going to wear this back to my favorite silver earrings that I already have, or my ring, or am I going to wear this back to gold pieces?
Right.
So, it's kind of a no-brainer. You love the piece, you throw it on, it's going to go with everything that you have.
Right. No, and I think your pieces, even when they do make a statement, they're not hard to wear. It's something that you can mix with a lot of different styles of clothing, which is really, really nice, and I think smart for designers to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So it would be easy to just do one thing, and that's it. But there's so much variety here. You can really kind of play if you love brass knuckles.
Yeah, I don't think you should be limited.
Knuckles.
I'm like, I have a different style day to day, so I keep that in mind when I'm designing. I want you to wear it with every outfit, whether you're like boho vintage or you're like downtown, like low key, like very like Alexander Wang, like you know, whatever. On the weekend, like, or to work, you're ready to go.
Right. No, I think that's super smart, and everything is available right now. You can shop on the website. We hope you do. I don't know why you wouldn't. This stuff is just gorgeous, and you can wear it with anything, which is wonderful. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. We always have cool surprises. Sign up for our newsletter. It's another great place to find all kinds of promotions and cool things. And again, free shipping on orders over $100. So this baby, it's $130. Free
Sterling
shipping.
silver.
It's sterling silver too, and I know the price of silver is crazy right now, so it's kind of
We're giving it away.
We're practically giving it away. And thank you so much for being here, Cynthia. And we have to thank Ronnie. He's off screen.
Yes.
Very happy to have Fancy Sexy Me in the house, and we hope you enjoyed learning about the collection. We'll see you next time.
Bye.